Hello, friends. Can you hear me? I know you can't see me, but the question is, can you hear me? And do I sound okay? Am I too loud? I don't actually think I'm too loud. I think I'm at a good volume right now. Hello, friends. Welcome to the stream. 10-4, roger that. You're a good volume. Heck yeah. Hello, friends. Welcome. Happy Thursday. I'm trying to, sound happy but not yell. That's a very difficult thing for me because my happiness is portrayed in my volume. So hello, welcome friends, welcome to the stream. Love your no face shirt. He's peeking over the table. That's kind of funny. But thank you so much, Kim. How are you? How's it going? Spider-Man Geek, thank you so much for chatting. Welcome to the stream. First, whoop, whoop, whoop. Victoria, welcome to the stream. Spooky season, can hear but not see. Nena. Nena. Is that my scary name? She is Nena. You never see her. You only hear her in the shadows. I'm such a nerd. Okay, well, hello friends. Welcome to the stream. Today I'm going to be playing Cascadia Alpine Lakes, which this stream is sponsored by the wonderful Flatout Games. Cascadia Alpine Lakes is the newest game that they have up on Kickstarter. Right now, it's still going to be out for a while. I think there's like 50 days left. Flatout Games usually has their Kickstarter campaigns for a long time, so you have a long time to figure out if it's something that you want to add to your collection, if you want to support on Kickstarter. This is the next kind of standalone version of Cascadia, where it plays very similarly to the original game of Cascadia, but there is some changes with the tiles. You can layer the tiles, and then also the scoring kind of flips the game on its head a little bit, because you're no longer scoring for the specific animals needing things. It is, you're scoring for the habitats, but based off of the animals in those habitats, if that makes sense. So you're gonna have 3 different scoring kind of cards, one for meadow, one for glaciers, and one for forests. And then you're gonna have a bunch of different ones, much like all of the animal scoring cards in the original Cascadia. So Jenna with a J or a G, like GIF. Is it a GIF or is it a GIF? I still don't know. So funny. Hello, Meeple Mike. How's it going, Mike? I'm pretty sick, but we're healing slowly. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear, Kim. I'm happy to hear that you're healing slowly, but relax, chill. Hopefully this stream allows you to just relax and hang out and not exert too much energy. We've had a kind of running tally among content creators that have played this of their scores. Oh boy, here we go. Well, I do know Bonzinator played this on her stream. Jeff and Jamie did a playthrough, right? Who else? I'm still at work, but just kind of vibing. Mike, go home. Go home and relax and just sit on your couch and just eat a snack and watch a TV show. Leave work. I know you said on your Instagram, you're like, I'm going to be here tomorrow anyways, but you need to have your time at home to relax, decompress, do things you love. Go home, Mike. I guess it's not as late. It's not as late as I've seen you at work before. Time Roller, hello, welcome. Legends, hello, how are you? I feel like saying the hard G gets it misunderstood as gift. Yeah, true. So it'd be a GIF, like Jiffy Lube. Do you guys know what Jiffy Lube is? Is that a Canadian thing? It's somewhere that you go to get your car fixed. I don't know if Jiffy Lube is just a Canadian thing or is it an American thing? I do not know. Panda Angel also did it. Okay, awesome. I actually had to go to bed. Do you know what Bonds' score was? Yeah, what did Bonds get? They have Jiffy Lube here. Jiffy Lube is here. Okay, so everyone knows what Jiffy Lube is. Penny. Girl, I need to get your mouth checked up or something because I don't know what you're scratching. Penny's like constantly scratching at her face. And fun fact about Penny is she only has 2 teeth left. She got all of her teeth aside from 2 taken out like a little over a year ago. And she's like constantly scratching at her mouth or like her chin area. I'm not sure. So we should probably get that checked out. Poor girl. She's probably like, ugh, why don't I have any teeth left? For an Aussie, Jiffy Lube could be taken the wrong way. See, when I said Jiffy Lube, I'm like, oh no, some people are going to think something else. Hello, Penny. Aww. Penny, Legend says hello. Yeah, Legend says hi. She's just looking up at me. Funny, funny girl. Murph Brothers, we have Jiffy Lube in Alaska. Victoria, you're from Alaska? Have you said this before? That's crazy. That's such a cool place to live. But good to know. Murphs also did it. I need to go and, once I finish my game today, I'm going to go and check how I did compared to them. Did a lot of them use, which actually, I will switch you guys to this. Did they all use the additional environment cards? Because I think that will make my score higher, possibly. I don't know if there's like a comparison between if you use the environment scoring cards or not. Yes, I live in North Pole, Alaska. I need to ask Victoria, is it always cold? I don't think it's always cold in Alaska, is it? You guys still have like some sort of seasons? It's so funny because I'm asking this right now and I'm like, this is what half of the world thinks Canada is, you know? It is just south of Fairbanks or Fairbanks? Ah, that is so cool. I would love to be like, I live in Alaska. Hi, first time able to catch a stream. Solo Power Games, hello. Welcome to the stream. I love your username. Clearly you play solo games, so happy to have you here. Yeah, I'm going to actually get right into this game because I am very excited to play. If you guys do not know, Cascadia is one of my favorite solo games. I love Cascadia. It is one of my comfort games, so when they came out with a new version of Cascadia, I was very, very excited, especially because it does change things up quite a bit, but then it still has enough similarities that it still feels like a comfort game to me. So I really appreciate that about the game. But I don't know, but Ruel was 48, Nick and Mike got 79 and 68, and then Panda Angel got 68, and then 81 on second game. Randy was in chat, and he said the chart starts at 60, then goes to 120, which is ascendant. Okay, got it. So we joked, we all expected the pros to have 120 point scores. I actually had like a score sheet, because I've played this a few times multiplayer, and then I've also played it once solo before I filmed my preview, and I had the scores on my sheet, but I didn't save them. I took them off. Because I do, unfortunately, have to send this back, which I'm very sad about. But I will get a finished copy once the campaign fulfills, which I'm very thankful for. Hello, Board to Play. Joe, how is it going? North Pole, can you sneak into Santa's workshop and put my name on the nice list? Brian. In the summer, we can get to 90 degrees Fahrenheit, but have winter for like 6 months, and you can get negative 40 Fahrenheit. Woof. That's not fun. It gets pretty cold here in Canada too, but I don't think it gets that cold. Like, we have Celsius, and I think like really cold in Celsius, I think last year we got to like negative, I don't even know. -30 is probably like the coldest I've heard. But that's not in Fahrenheit, that's in Celsius, so I don't know the comparison. But like, it gets to the point where they tell you like you shouldn't be outside for more than 5 minutes. Because like you could... I actually remember when I was in college, there was a day where it was so cold that they're like, you shouldn't be outside for more than 5 minutes. I had to walk to my class, and the walk was about 5 minutes, maybe a little bit over 5 minutes. So I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna make it. Like, I'm gonna have to leave the house, walk to school, and just like really rush so I can get there and not be outside for a long period of time. So yeah, -40 Fahrenheit's the same as -40 Celsius. Okay, good to know. That's where the scales meet. Oh, that's so cool. I did not know that. So yeah, it gets pretty cold, but not -40. It's cold. That's crazy. Okay, so this is Cascadia Alpine Lakes. You guys will notice right off the bat, we are no longer working with single hexagons. We are working with double hexagons. So you have 2 spots here that you're going to be able to place animals. Much like with Cascadia, you have whatever animals can be placed on that spot. On your turn, you're going to take a pair. You can use one of your nature tokens to take not a pair. So I could take this animal token and this tile if I'd like. I can also use a habitat token to wipe the animal tokens if I would like. If there's ever 3 of the same animal token, you can on your turn, if you would like, take those away and replenish them. If there's ever 4 of the same, those have to be wiped. That is considered overpopulation. And then once you have drafted your tiles, you're going to place your tiles or your 1 tile, and then you're going to place your animal token on one of the spots that you can. So for me here, I am able to place this cougar either on this meadow spot or on this glacier spot. So I could place that there. In the solo game, once you have drafted, the 2 furthest to the right tiles, so these 2 will get discarded, these will get pushed over, and then 2 new tiles and 2 new animal tokens will be placed out. So that is generally the kind of game flow of the game. The difference between Alpine Lakes is the fact that you can place tiles on top. So what I have done here, it's going to be really hard for you guys to see the layers if I'm just doing it from the top down, because if I place this here, you guys can obviously not really tell that like these 2 are level 1, these 2 are level 2. So I have set it up here. So hopefully I can like switch to this angle so you guys can see the layers a little bit better from time to time. And for when we are doing like scoring and stuff, let me know if that kind of helps. I was trying to figure out like what I could do to make this better for like you guys seeing it. So hopefully that's fine. And remind me if you do want me to switch over to that kind of view from time to time, I will. But yes, I think that is pretty much everything. We're going to be scoring for some different objectives up here, which, like I said, we are going to be scoring for the 3 different habitat types. So we have the meadow, the glacier, as well as the forests. The meadow is wanting in your kind of corridor or groupings of meadows, you are wanting to group together the same type of animal. So if I get a group of 1 animal, it's 2 victory points. 2 of the same is 5 victory points. 3 of the same is 8 victory points, and then so on and so forth, all the way up to if you can get 6 plus of the same in a grouping, an adjacent grouping, you'll be able to get 22 points. Glacier here is you want in every single glacier corridor, so glacier grouping, you are wanting 3 different unique animals. So if you are able to do that once, so having 1 glacier group of 3 different animals, you'll get 9 victory points, twice 19, 3 30, and 4 42, which is wild. And then this one here, you are specifically wanting your forests to be in this exact shape with 4 different animals in them. And then based off of how many of those or how many unique animals are in that shaped grouping, you're going to get 2, 5, 9, and 13 victory points for that. So those are the 3 habitat scoring tiles. And then I have also brought in 3 of the environment scoring tiles, which this is like max complexity here, adding all 3 of these. You can decide to just add 1 of these cards, 2 of these cards, or 3 of them, or you don't have to add in any of these environment scoring cards. These are additional things that you can add for a more advanced mode, which your girl was feeling very advanced today, apparently. I don't know why. But we have a lot of things to think about, and that's one of my favorite things in games, is being able to have lots of goals that I'm going for. So the first one here is scores for each wildlife type present on all 3 habitats. So if I'm able to get a cougar on all 3 habitats, I'll gain 2 victory points. If I'm able to get another type of animal on all 3 habitats, I'll get another 2 victory points. This here is scores for each corridor that contains at least 1 level 3 hexagon. So for every corridor or grouping, I'll be able to get 2 victory points if I have a level 3. This one here is scores for the 2 wildlife types you have the most animals of, and I'm going to score 2 victory points for every pair. So if I had 4 cougars and 4 marmots, I would get 8 victory points. So those are all of the scoring. I am going to get 20 turns. So once all of these tiles are gone, also, can you guys see that I lost a nail? I'm so sad. I should have glued that back on. That looks so silly. Oh no. So once all of these tiles are gone and I cannot replenish, then that's going to be the end of the game. And then I'm going to score up everything. These 6 here, I get 1 victory point for every nature token that I have left over. And then we're also going to be scoring for lakes, which there are no lakes out here right now, but you guys will see in a second. There are lakes, so we'll score for lakes, and then we'll also score for animals that are on level 3 or higher. I think it's level 3 or higher. And then also we'll score based off of, what was it again? For solo, it's a little bit different. I think you score 2 bonus points for each wildlife type with either 2 or more wildlife tokens at level 3 or 1 wildlife token at level 4. So we're trying to get at least 1 of each of them up to level 3 or higher. Actually 4. And 2 of them at level 3. All right, let me zoom you guys out and let's get to it. So let me quickly catch up on chat. Brian, we actually live near Santa Claus's house. Good. This one looks great. It is really great, Joe. Hello everyone. My Cryptic Adventure. Hello, welcome to the stream. Dean, aka Legends. Team Jenna. Heck yeah. Looking forward to see the additional goals. Didn't really feel the landmarks cards in original Cascadia had enough impact to use frequently. Oh, well, that is great that I'm actually using them. I was considering not using them, but I thought that it'd be nice for you guys to see like the game in its full possibility with like everything that you can play with. It might be difficult and I might not get the best score, but we will see. Cascadia is one of my favorites as well. Was there something in this where you can add elements from it to the first game? So yes, Solar Power Games. Basically with the campaign, Cascadia Alpine Lakes is going to come with components that you can then add into the original Cascadia to change up the game of the original Cascadia. So it's a little bit of like a mini expansion that will come with Cascadia Alpine Lakes. My newest solo games are Conservus, amazing, Storyfold, amazing, Wrath, which I haven't played, and The Giants. Ooh, I've never heard of that one. Ooh, I just noticed the sweater. I love it. I rewatched it recently. I love Spirited Away, so glad that you noticed my sweater. I got it from Uniqlo. They had like a Studio Ghibli kind of collab. Francis got one of the, he got like a Princess Mononoke sweater as well, which he did say that I could steal, so maybe I'll steal that at some point. Penny is beating up her toy. Are you feeling sassy, baby girl? Team Jenna, crush the scores of other streamers. That's my goal. Is there an achievement trail things for this one? I love those. So yes, basically I do have a prototype. So I will mention this is a prototype. They still are working on this. So like you guys can see that just like all of the other Flatout games in this series, they have the different scenarios and achievements. And then also the achievements, and then obviously draft for the mini expansions and the clarifications and stuff like that. But just like all of the other ones, you're going to have those different the solo scenarios and different achievements and stuff that you can go through, which that's like one of my favorite parts of Flatout Games as well. So, all right. So let me quickly, I need groupings of things, 3 different, 4 of the same, up to 4 of the same in that specific configuration. Animals in all 3 habitats, level 3, just lots of 2 animals. Okay, so I'm kind of feeling, I kind of want to try to get 4 of these. I think that'd be crazy, but getting 4 glaciers with 3 different animals, I think would be pretty impressive. To get 42 points, I think that'd be crazy. So I'm going to do this, and I'll take the Marmat, and I will place the Marmat down here on this forest spot. These 2 will get discarded. These 2 will move over, flip you, and then 2 new animals. Okay, so this is a lake here, like I mentioned. Basically, you are wanting lakes to be at the highest level possible because lakes are going to score based off of their level. So if it's a level 3 lake, it'll score 3 victory points. And if you're able to completely surround a lake with other tiles, that will double those victory points. So a level 3 fully surrounded lake is 6 victory points. All right. Which I'm kind of tempted. Do I want to do lake? I kind of want to get this stuff here too. So maybe I go here. I'm going to go here so I can get a nature token. And then I'll probably just like start another glacier because I'm crazy. Do you guys hear Penny? She's so cute. Dropping a lurk off to grab some pizza for dinner. Sounds good, Spider-Man Geek. Go, Jenna, go. Thank you so much. All right, so I got myself a nature token. These are going to get discarded. We're going to push these over. Boom. Boom. 2 tokens. I will also mention that there are 5 different animals. There are eagles, cougars, marmots, and then the 2 that you guys haven't seen are the yellow ones, which are the pikas, and the gray ones, which are the mountain goats. Okay. Do they have to be in a line? Score each glacier corridor if it has 3 unique animals of different wildlife types. Okay, so they don't have to be in a line. I am going to put this maybe here, like that, and then take this eagle, place it into here so I can possibly get to there. I will say that I've played Cascadia so many times, that I often kind of forget to do the layering. Like so far in this game, it's just like kind of ingrained in my head to just place them in one layer. But it does take quite a bit of time to like fully grasp that like I need to start building up, because that's where you get a lot of your points. Okay. So with that being said, I probably want to do that. So basically, when you do decide to layer, which, let me do this. So when you do decide to layer, if you do have a token underneath here that you're going to cover up, the tile that you're placing on top of that tile must be able to have you take that tile and then place it on top. So the tile that I am placing does have a spot for a marmat, which is what I'm going to do here, I think. I think I'm going to do that, and then the marmat will go there. Yeah, I think that's good. And then I do also get this mountain goat, and I think I'm going to place it there. Okay. And then these will get discarded. These will move over. 2 more. I'm nervous. I don't know if I'm going to do any good in this game. I feel like I'm decent at Cascadia. It's just you really got to stay focused and like remember all of the different objectives. Okay, so far I do have an eagle in meadows and glaciers. So we're doing well with that. Don't have any third layer stuff yet. Kind of want to do this. Take this eagle, place this here, and then place this on top here. Whenever you place over one of these icons, which, here we go. Whenever you place over one of these icons, you do get a nature token, just like in the original. So I get another nature token there. That makes it so I do have 2 eagles adjacent to each other in the meadow, which is good. Which actually, I might just stick to this zoomed in version so you guys can see my tile a little bit better. These will get discarded. Move these over. New ones. Pikas! I love pikas so much. They're so cute. All right. I do need some more lakes. Could do this pairing here. And put it there. You know what? I could even do like a this kind of thing. But then if I do that, you guys will notice that I do not have a spot for my goat. So I could do this actually. Let me do that. And then this still allows me to place a goat there. We have 2 lakes, which is pretty good. Scores for number of animals in each contiguous group of the same wildlife within meadow corridors. So it's okay if I have multiple meadow corridors. So I've just split up the eagles from the marmat, but I can just continue there. So I think that's good because I already have 2 level 2 lakes, which is great. I could put a marmat here, pika here. I think we're good. That was turn number 6. Oh boy. We're definitely adding a pika this time. I really want a pika. I love the pikas. They're my favorite. Okay, so with this here, I could optionally get rid of the pikas, but like I just said, I really want to keep my pikas. And do I want to maybe try to start one of the forest configurations? Maybe do this, and then I can start either here or like down, because I do need them in this specific diamond configuration, so we'll see there. But I'll put this here, I'll take this pika and put it up top here. So I almost already have this one finished, which will be 9 victory points. If I can get this one finished, 19 victory points. If I can get a third one, 30 victory points. Only thing is I don't... Mountain goats are on the same. These are on different. Okay, I think it's fine. Turn number 7. Oh, I love this game. Okay. Eagle, pika. Okay. Kind of hate all of these, but I think that's okay. I think I'm gonna grab this one here, because that way I can kind of start working on this configuration of the forests, and then this will then allow me to have a goat that I can place here. First of 4 different, but I do have to remember that I need to start layering up too. Okay. Everyone, remind me in the chat every few minutes. Jenna, build up. Okay. Ooh, yay. Got a marmat. So if I do marmat, the heck is Francis doing up there? Could do this. I'm just like trying to figure out, is there anywhere right now that I could build up in? I also kind of want this marmat. So then can I just use this? Could. Ooh, I could, even though this would cover up this lake here, I could place this like this. Which if I move you guys over to this, you guys will see that I'd be covering up this guy here. Covering up the lake, but then making this one higher. I think that's good. I think this game requires a lot of like balance of like giving up things to then like hopefully make your environment better in the future. I think that's better. Okay, so then that goes there. So I do have a completed kind of grouping here of my first glaciers with 3 different animals in it. Besides the lake, was there another way to score based off of levels? So yes, the animals are going to score based off of levels. In the multiplayer game, it'll be, you'll get, well, in the solo game as well, you'll get 2 victory points for every animal that is at a level 3 or higher. So currently right now, none of my animals are scoring because none of them are at level 3. But obviously they're going to score me for the different goals and stuff. But as the animals themselves, they're not scoring anything. But at the end of the game, I'll get 2 victory points for every animal that's at level 3 or more. And then also, you're going to be fighting with your opponents for whoever has the highest of each animal type in the multiplayer game. In the solo mode, you're not fighting against anyone, obviously, because you have no opponents. But you are going to get bonus points based off of the height of your animals as well. So for each of the animals, you'll go through each of the animals. Cougars, if you have, in the solo mode, it's if you have 2 cougars at level 3 or 1 cougar at level 4, you'll get an additional bonus 2 victory points. So yes. Ooh, I see. Then build up. Yes, I will. I will remember, I promise. Okay. So that is, oh my gosh, that's turn number 9. That's wild. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get to the 4 glacier groups, but maybe I can try for 3. We will see. Okay. Could do Marmat. Because then I could place the Marmat here on this level. And then I will say with the layering of tiles, you can never have a tile, or you can never place a tile if that tile is going to be 2 levels higher than any of the tiles around them. So the easiest way for me to explain that is you always have to have like a staircase leading up to every single tile. So you always have to go 1 step up, if that makes sense. Okay, so I would love to get a 3rd thing in here. So maybe, I really hate using my nature tokens. I'm not gonna lie. That's like one of the things I hate doing. But I think I'm okay to spend one now because I'm gonna do these 2. I'm gonna place this here, which I know that's not, I'm not layering. I'm gonna place this here. I'm gonna place this here. I will eventually layer here if I want to. But that will get me my nature token back, which is great. These 2 are gonna get discarded. Boom, boom. Move these over, move these over. We are officially halfway through the game. I have 3 Marmats. I have 3 Eagles. So that's looking like what my perfect pairs are going to be. Which actually, let me zoom you guys into the, here we go. So I'm currently right now, I'm going to get 6 victory points, I believe. Because the 2 most are the Marmats and the Eagles. I don't have any level 3s yet, but I will soon, I promise. We have this here, which currently don't have any animals in all 3 habitats, which is not great, but it's fine. Everything is fine, okay? Chill. Okay, what do I want to do here? I would have loved a double with a lake. That would have been nice. I really want to do more levels. Okay. Let's do this and this. I'll go here. This is going to add another lake, which is nice. No, I'm not building up. I know. I am going to place the cougar here. My hopes is that I just get lots of victory points for the goals that I'm going for. Okay. Discard. Push over. It has the similar mechanics as Miyabi. Exactly. I freaking love Miyabi. I need to play that game again. That's a fantastic game. Where is that game? Oh, it's over there. I'm like, I reorganized my board game room recently, and I'm like, oh no, where did I put Miyabi? Mega Shub, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the biddies. I really appreciate that. 500 biddies in chat. Thank you so much. Hopefully you're having a good day. Thanks for coming into the stream. All right. What else do I need here? So if I'm able to finish off this grouping, because this is scores each forest corridor, number of unique wildlife types in this shape, or portion of this shape. Okay. So I have to complete the shape first. Good to know. I have completed both of these corridors, which is great. So currently right now for my glaciers, I have 19 victory points. That's awesome. Let me do... where else can I place things? Don't want to place there. Could do a marmat, but I don't want to spend my nature tokens. I'm a nature token hoarder. Is anyone else a nature token hoarder? Let me know. I would love to be able to layer something here to change this. So maybe I... Ooh, maybe I do this. Boom. Level 2 lake. Yeah. And then this marmat can go here. Now the only thing about that is it's really hard to find one singular tile to place on top of here to place or have both of those marmats. Maybe I hold off on that and I place this here for now. That way maybe I can get a tile here that will allow me to move this up. The only thing is then it'll change up the animals. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Flip. Flip. So many lakes. We love it. Miyabi mentioned. I love Miyabi. Mike, we should play Miyabi. When was the last time you played Miyabi? Because if you want to, I can bring that on Saturday. Penny Rose. Stop being a mischief maker. Crazy lady. Hi Jenna, hi chat. Hello Reed. Everyone on Twitch and also YouTube if you'd like. Say hello to my brother. RealJob96. How's it going, Reed? How's your night? Okay, what do I need to do here? I'm stressed. Could do a Pika here, to be honest. And just say screw doing the two marmats beside each other. Because like really having two single animals beside each other in a meadow is 2 victory points each, whereas having 2 of the same is 5 victory points. So it's just 1 victory point. But if I'm able to then get to level 3, that will get me a lot of victory points. So maybe I do that. Maybe I grab this guy here. I create another lake. Is that what I do? And then start my 3rd glacier that I might be able to complete. Or I could do this, but I don't really want to do that. So I think I'm going to do this. Get this Pika. Put it there. Okay. Don't quite know how this is going to turn out, but we will see. Slide these over. Flip 2 new ones. It's been fine eating dinner, long day at work. Well, I'm glad that you're home and you're relaxing, chilling. What are you guys having for dinner? Or I guess you might be having dinner later than parents did. Francis and I made chicken katsu curry last night. So good. So good. You like deep fry the chicken in like the flour, egg, and panko. And then you make curry with potatoes, carrots, onions, and then like a curry pack. And then over rice. Oh, it's so good. And our house still smells like deep fried chicken. I had to like open the window last night because our house smelled like deep fried chicken. But it kind of reminds me of being in Japan. So I'm like, I'm okay with it. We call them pine cones, LOL, but love hoarding nature tokens. Yep. Glad I have some fellow nature token hoarders. Okay, so I did that. Put the Pika there. Would love to be able to do some layering here. Is there a possible way for me to do some layering? Could do this here. Ooh, and then that would make this lake a 3 lake, which would be fantastic. And then let me show you guys from this angle. So this would go here. This Pika would go on top. Ooh, I think I might do that. Because this lake is also fully surrounded. So then this lake is going to get me 6 victory points. And then I still get to keep my Pika here. But I also get to take this Pika. But I'm not going to lie, don't really want the Pika because I can't. The only place that I could place the Pika would be here. And I don't really want it there. Not going to lie. So I think I'm going to opt for something different. I think I'm going to change. I'm going to spend a nature token to get this eagle. And I'm going to place this eagle here. And that will get me my nature token back. How nice. All right. So that actually is really good because that evened out the amount of eagles that I have and the amount of marmots that I have. We love to see that. These two get discarded. I think I'm almost at turn number 15. I think this is turn number 15. So we don't have too many turns left, which I'm a little bit nervous about. Yep, sausage, leftover Thanksgiving potatoes. Ooh, Reed, those potatoes were really good. I need to make mashed potatoes more often. Freaking love mashed potatoes. Love curry. Where did you get the curry packets? So there's a place in Guelph called the Ethnic Supermarket. We went there and got it. And then also the Food Basics that's right by us, I think also sells it in their like international food like aisle. Very easy and delicious. That's for sure. You made them really good. And I need to know how to make them like you did. Because I know that you added like milk and stuff to them. But I don't know, like, do you add like, is it just like your typical 1% milk or is it whole milk? Does it have to be whole milk? What else did you add in? Flavorings? Okay. So we do have one level 3 Marmot right now. So we do have a level 3 on this corridor here. So I don't need to worry about this one because I'm going to get 2 victory points for every corridor that has a level 3. So I just want to now just focus on getting some level 3s in other places. We will see how this works out. This is hard. like any of these, to be honest with you. I guess I could do this. Completely surround that lake. Collect this marmat. I do have a marmat in every spot. I will add that. So that's going to get me 2 victory points. I have an eagle in all but one. I have a lot of marmats, I will say that. So that's going to get me a nature token. Don't love that one, but it's fine. Just milk. Okay. Coconut milk? Ooh, coconut milk in mashed potatoes. That would actually, I recently at a Thai restaurant had coconut rice, and it was quite good. And I'm pretty sure they just, when they're making the rice and like cooking the rice, they just add coconut milk into, what am I doing? They add coconut milk into the like cooking process of the rice. And that was quite good. Coconut milk would be pretty good. Yeah, I really like coconut milk and rice. Yeah, it was yummy. I'm sure any milk would work. Garlic, lots of butter, salt and pepper, parsley. Okay. Noted. Thanks, Reed. Okay. So now, what do I want to do here? I have pikas in 2 places. I need some 3rd levels here, people. I think really the only place, looking at the levels, I think I need to get this up here. So maybe take this. This actually works out nicely because I can perfectly layer this on top of here because I have a marmat and an eagle. Eagle can go here. Marmat can go here. So we're going to take these 2 off of this spot, place this tile here. Eagle goes back on top of here. Marmat goes on here. That way I have like a pretty solid kind of foundation of some 2 levels so that I can possibly put another 3. And then I don't want this. I actually want, or maybe I could actually do the pika here. That'll get me another 2 victory points. Or I could spend a nature token to get this mountain goat. Place him here. That gets me 1 closer to getting to 30 victory points for my 3 glaciers. I don't know. I would love to maybe get a 4th eagle, so maybe I do that. I'm going to spend the nature token to get the mountain goat there. This gets discarded, this gets discarded. I have 4 more turns left. I am a little bit stressed. The next few times I need to really just try to layer. Sorry for the game distractions. No, you're totally fine, Reed. I enjoy playing games while I chat about other things. I think it's fun. Doesn't always have to be focused right on the game. All right, so what do I want to do here? So ultimately, would love to get, what do I need? Marmat is on all 3. Eagle, I need to get something down here because I do need my 4th for this configuration here. Does it have to be? So it has to be that exact shape. So I don't think I can do this. Or maybe I can do that, but it's kind of pointless because one of them is not kind of part of it. So maybe I do, or I could even just cover this up, actually. Hold up. Ooh, okay. Oh, no. If I do this, I can do Marmat here. That gets me to level 2 there. Marmat goes there. This, I now have that configuration. Only thing is I need an eagle here. So that's not great. But I think that's kind of what I want to do. Okay. But then I do need to spend a nature token. Because I do want this Pika. I just want eagles. Let's be honest. I just want eagles. Maybe I don't do that. Please. Please hold. Jenna, reconsidering things. Because I do need an eagle on the forest. Because I have eagles in the meadow, eagles in the glaciers. I also need... I've kind of given up on the cougars. No, that's not going to happen. I don't know, man. I don't know. I really want to do level 3. Maybe... Do I do... Because I could do that. That'll be level 3. It'll just keep things the same. I just won't be able to extend to the 4 there. I could also... No, I don't want to do that. I think I'm okay with this. No, I don't want to cover up that lake. So maybe I do this. Oopsie. Do a 3rd level here. That then gives me, because I will say that if you layer, if you layer a token onto a tile that gives you the nature token, you also get it there too. So you can kind of like use an animal multiple times to get nature tokens, which is cool. So there we go. So I've gotten this eagle up to level 3, which is great. I have a Pika here at level 3. I don't think I'm going to get any of those bonus things, though. Hold up. I only took that. And then I can take this Pika, and I can put it here. Cool. Love that. So then now I have the 2 Pikas at level 3. Yay, I will get a bonus. That makes me happy. All right. 3 turns left. That took a lot of thinking. Yay, we got that eagle there. All right. I think that might be what I do. I'm going to use a nature token. I'm going to grab this tile, this eagle. This tile is going to go here. Boom. This is level 2. This Marmat goes onto that tile. And then this goes here. I now have an eagle in all 3 of the places. Eagle in meadow, glacier, forest. Marmat in glacier, meadow, forest. Pika in glacier, meadow, forest. Amazing. We love to see it. I do need to build up. Where can I build up? I could build up there. Here. 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 Okay, we still have lots of places for building up. I think I'm going to try... I was like, do I not have... I'm like keeping track over here of my my tiles that I've used in stacks of 5. We do have 2 more turns. So both of these, I'm going to try to maybe layer both of them. I think you are missing a nature token when you were redoing your turn. Oh, am I? I'm not going to say no to a nature token. But I think you might be right. Thank you, my cryptic adventure. My kids and I call the nature tokens acorns. That's so cute. I feel like everyone has a different name for them. I usually call them pine cones. Pine cones are just nature tokens. I think I, like, as a content creator, because I've made videos, like, specifically talking about how to play the game, I have to be specific with the different tokens. So it's kind of ingrained in my head that they're nature tokens, but I love that other people have fun names for them. Okay, so would love to get a level 3 here. What can I do? We got a lake. Would have loved to get another level 3 lake. That would have been nice. Oh, that would be good. But then that's going to take that away. I was going to say I could take this and place it here. That would then make this into a level 3 lake. And then this eagle would actually then become a glacier eagle for this grouping here. But then it takes away from my group of 4 here. Which if it's a group of 3, it's 9 victory points. Whereas if it's a group of 4, it's 13. So that'll lose me 4 victory points, but it will gain me a lot more. I will say that. Because I'll go from 19 to 30. So that actually might be worth it to do that. But then it's going to get rid of my eagle. But then I will have 2 level 3 eagles. Maybe I do it. I'm going to do that maybe. But then I will say if I do that, I will literally not have anywhere to place any animal. So maybe I don't do that. Oh, that's heartbreaking. It's not going to work here because this can't have a marmat placed on it. I don't want to do... No... What about marmat? No. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do a level 3. Unless I do what I said I was going to do, but I don't know if I want to do that. I might have to just do like this. Do these have to be adjacent? Score each glacier corridor if it has 3 unique animals of different wildlife types. So I could go here. This would then create this lake or surround this lake, doubling its score. And then I can also add my 3rd unique animal in there. I think that's probably my best bet. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to layer. 43,549 steps on Fitbit and 18 something cans collected went north today. Very nice. Congratulations. That's awesome. Okay, last turn, everyone. Oh boy. Boom. Boom. Okay. So, what do I do here now? That is the question. I don't know. Could do... Okay, so what do I need here? What would be my best thing to do? I would love to get some more level 3s. Because currently I have 2 level 3 2 level 3 of you and 1 level 3. I'm definitely going to have to do a layer. I would love to be able to do 1 layer up of this eagle here. But there's none of those. The only place that I could do it is with this tile, which I don't want to do. Could I do it here? No, could not. I could do this. I am going to forfeit this lake, and I am going to spend a nature token to get this. But that's going to be 1 corridor. Take back your nature token, Jenna. Put back the cougar. If I do this, again, I will give up that. I think that's it. So I'm going to level up this Marmot. He is now a level 3 Marmot. And then this, I can either put a cougar or a mountain goat. I don't think either of them are really going to make a difference. So I am going to spend nature token, and I'm going to get a cougar just because I only have 2 of those. I'll put that there for a level 3 cougar. Now the only issue with that is that kind of gave me more of the level 3 animals that I already had. Or no, I wanted more of the animals that I've already had. But, yes. Aw, hello Randy. Welcome to the stream. We have the designer of Cascadia in chat, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out, Randy. Nature tokens do get called all kinds of different things. The art is from the Douglas fir. Oh yeah. Which makes them conifer cones. Oh, but pine cones more of a les persans term. Les persans. I don't know why I say that in a French accent. Term that covers them too. Oh, good to know. So they're a very specific type of cone. Not necessarily from a pine tree, but from a Douglas fir. Making them a conifer. The lakes make it interesting because they take up a tile that cannot hold an animal. Exactly. And if you can get like quite a few lakes, they give you like some good points as well, especially if you can get them surrounded. Okay, so I think that is everything for me. That was my last turn. We did do 20 turns. Obviously, I would replenish, but I can't, so that is all of it. All right, so now we're going to get into scoring and see what my final score is. We will see. Let me grab a pencil. Okay, so for the solo mode, first thing we're going to do is we're going to go through all of the scoring cards. So for the scoring cards, let me bring them in so we can score them. Well, technically we're going to score these 3, and then we're going to go into the lakes, then all of the different types of animals, my Douglas fir, my conifer cones, and then we'll go into the environment scoring at the end. So for meadows here, for all of my different meadow areas here, I have a group of 3. So that is 8 victory points, and then 2 groups of 1 here. So that's another 4. So that is 12 victory points for my meadow. Then we have glaciers, which I did successfully do 1, 2, 3 groups or 3 corridor glaciers, and each of them have 3 unique animals, which that gives me 30 victory points for that. And then for the forests here, this is for each forest corridor. If you're able to get that configuration with animals in it, you'll get these points. So I only was able to do it right here. This one is not the full shape, and this one's not the full shape, so they don't count. But I was able to get all 4 here, which gives me 13 victory points. And then we'll go through lakes. So I only have, I think I ended up covering up a few of my lakes, sadly. But we have this lake here, this one here, this one here, and this one here. This is a 3-level lake, and it's fully surrounded. So that is going to get me 6 victory points. This one here is a 2-level lake, fully surrounded. That'll be 4 victory points, so that is 10. And then we have this here, which is not fully surrounded, level 1, not fully surrounded, level 2, or sorry, level 1. So these two give me 1 victory point each. So that is 6 plus 4 plus 1 plus 1, which is 12. And that is a total of 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 60, 67 victory points. And then we will go through all of the different animals. So in the solo mode, like I said, if I was able to get any animals at level 3 or higher, those will give me 2 victory points, and then I'll get an additional bonus 2 victory points if I was able to get 2 at level 3 or 1 at level 4. So that's how that works, but in the multiplayer game, you'll get your 2 victory points for each of your animals at 3 or higher, and then you'll go through, and whoever has the highest of that animal type will get some victory points based off of player count. And then if there's a tie, you base it off of whoever has the most at that level. And if there's still a tie, you'll go down to the next level and then the next level. So we'll go through and start with cougars. So I do have 1 cougar at level 3, so I will get 2 victory points for that cougar. Then I have this one at level 1, this one at level 1. So I do not get any bonus points because I needed a second cougar at level 3. Or if I could have gotten this cougar to level 4, that would have gave me the bonus 2. Okay, and then we have eagles, which I did get 1 eagle at level 3. So that is 2 victory points. All of the rest of my eagles are not at level 3. I only have 1, so I don't get any bonus. We have marmots, which I have 1 marmot at level 3. Rest of them are lower, so 2 victory points for that marmot. I have no mountain goats at level 3. 0 for that. And then I did successfully get 2 pikas at level 3. So I get 2 for each of them, which is 4 victory points. And then I get an extra bonus 2 victory points for getting 2 of them at level 3. Level 3 cougar. Buy her a drink. Heck yeah. Okay, so total for my animals here, I have 2, 4, 6, plus 4, so 10 plus 2 is 12. And then I get 1 victory point for my pine cone. And then we are going to get into the scoring for these 3 environments here. So first one here is scores for each wildlife type present in all 3 habitats. So I do believe that I got... Let's go through in the order of these animals here. So cougars, I did not get. Eagles, I did get. So that is 2 victory points. Marmots, I did get. We also have billy goats or mountain goats. Did not get mountain goats. And then pikas, I did get as well. So I got 2, 4, 6 for that because I got 3 different animal types. So 6 victory points for that, which technically, I guess that is the light brown. Okay, this one here is scores for each corridor that contains at least 1 level 3 hexagon. So this is where I feel like I did pretty good. So the places that I have my level 3s are here, which actually, let me see if it's easier for you guys to see it on this kind of look here. So my level 3s is this one here, which is its corridor on its own. So that is 2. There's this corridor here that has a level 3 eagle. So that is another one. This corridor here has 2 at level 3. So that's another one. This corridor here has a cougar at level 3. And then this one here has a pika at level 3. So I got 5 different corridors with at least 1 at level 3. So that is 10 victory points for that one. And this one here is scores for the 2 wildlife types. Let me zoom you guys out again. 2 wildlife types you have the most animals of. So this is 2 victory points for each pair of those animals. So I believe I got 5 of each of both the eagles, eagles and marmots. So 5 times 2, that's another 10 victory points. All right, so let me quickly, because I don't like doing fast math. No cougars, womp womp, so sad. Okay, let me quickly count this up. So we got 67 plus 12 plus 1 plus 10, 10, and 6, so 26 equals, woohoo! I was actually hoping to get a score over 100, and I did. 106, baby! Ayo! And I will say if I wasn't playing with these, so this is kind of added. If I wasn't playing with those, I would have scored exactly 80, I believe. Because it'd be 106 minus 26. So I would have scored exactly 80. If I wasn't playing with the environment cards, would have scored 80, which I think is pretty decent. I think in the normal Cascadia, the other Cascadia, original Cascadia, that's the word. In the original Cascadia, I was scoring on average in like the 90s. So I feel like that's decent, but probably could have done better. This is one where like, if you've played Cascadia quite a bit, jumping into Cascadia Alpine Lakes feels familiar, but at the same time, like I said, it kind of changes things up very drastically from the way you were thinking. Like the game itself looks similar, but the strategy and what you were like thinking about in the game is completely different. And I really like that change of thinking. So yeah, very cool. Really enjoy it. If you guys do want to check this one out, Flatout Games does have it up on Kickstarter right now. The Kickstarter is running for, I think the last time I looked, another 50 days. So no rush. They're going to be up there for a while, and definitely recommend supporting if you would like to. And if you enjoy Cascadia, definitely recommend. Cool to have that knowledge, Randy. Thanks for sharing. Yeah. Now we know. Conifer cones, not pine cones. Oh man, the lakes need to be worth more. Smile. Nice job, Jenna. Thank you so much, Victoria. Definitely a different puzzle than the original. It looks really good. Yeah, it completely changes it. And like I said, jumping into it when you've played Cascadia so much, it does take a little bit to like adjust to the difference in thinking. And I do think the more that I do play this and the more that you get better at that layering puzzle, because that layering puzzle does add quite a bit to it, the better I will score. So we will see. Looking forward to trying it. Good game. Thank you so much for hanging out, My Cryptic Adventure. I appreciate it. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate it. This stream has been exactly an hour and a half, which that is exactly what I kind of thought. I will say my last stream went for so long, and I want to say I am so sorry for Origin Stories literally being a 3-hour stream. That game should not be 3 hours long. I think I was just in a very chatty mood, so apologies. And maybe I just like was overthinking, I don't know. But yeah, that's crazy. Time for me to go home. Yes, Mike, go home and relax. Have a snack. Treat yourself. Have a good night. Thanks, Jenna. Game looks fun. Thank you so much for hanging out, Solo Power Games. It was fun to have you in chat. And yeah, thank you all so much for hanging out with me. A huge thank you to Flatout Games for sponsoring today's stream. Appreciate it very, very much. Love working with you guys. And I hope you all have a good rest of your Thursday. Thank you so much, Reed. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you being here, brother. Thanks for supporting me. So nice of you. But yeah, hopefully you guys have a good weekend as well. I have a board game day on Saturday, so that's going to be fun. One that we've been planning for quite a long time and trying to get together, so happy that I'm able to do that. Thanks, Jenna. You're welcome, Randy. Thank you so much for popping in. I appreciate you popping in here and saying hello and giving us some facts about conifer cones. But yeah, appreciate you all. Have a good rest of your Thursday. Have a good weekend. And I will see you in another video, another stream. I do want to do a Essenspiel stream, going through the Essenspiel preview on Board Game Geek. So I might do that. I probably won't do that tomorrow. Maybe I'll do it like Sunday or Monday. We'll see. But if I don't do that, then you guys will see a video of like some of my picks, some of my most anticipated games for Essenspiel. There'll be just a video, but we'll see. Anyways, thank you all so much, and I will see you in another video or another stream. Bye, friends.